Yes, children. Now this reaction is the continuation of the earlier video. Now in this reaction, when we take one more compound which is very important reaction to prepare a final product which is very useful. This is the salicylic acid. Salicylic acid means having a benzene ring with two functional group attached to it. One acidic group and another is alcoholic group. So this is known as salicylic acid. When this salicylic acid reacts with acetic anhydride that we have discussed earlier also, acetic anhydride, the reaction of this acetic anhydride takes place with the OH group that is attached to the benzene ring. Now when the reaction takes place, this CH3COO that gets attached to it, or either CH3CO takes this OH of this benzene ring and forms this thing, acetic acid. CH3COOH. CH3COOH is taken by this, forming acetic acid. Remaining CH3COO get attached to the point ortho position from where OH group has been removed, and thus forming an acetal compound which is known as acetyl salicylic acid. This is acetyl salicylic acid, and then this final product is known as aspirin. Now after this we will start with a new topic, reactions involving cleavage of O bond, carbon oxygen bond, breaking of this bond. Now we will see many reactions are there in which carbon and oxygen bond breaks. We have studied earlier also that whenever carbon and oxygen bond breaks, that means here the alcohol behaves or undergoes electrophilic substitution reaction. When only hydrogen gets removed, at that time we have seen that alcohol was behaving like a nucleophilic substituent. Now here it will behave like an electrophilic substitution. First reaction that we will see is reaction with HX. HX means hydrogen fluoride, yeah, acid, any acid. When alcohol reacts with acid, you will see that OH of alcohol and H of acid react together, forming water, and what is left behind? RX. This is alkyl halide is obtained. Now there is one more important, very important reaction here is that, children, Lucas reagent test. This Lucas reagent test helps in distinguishing between primary, secondary and tertiary alcohol. The important point is that alcohol gets dissolved in Lucas reagent. All the alcohol gets dissolved, but the alkyl halide which is formed here, as soon as this alkyl halide which is formed here, it forms turbidity. Its reaction with Lucas reagent is different. When we take tertiary alcohol, and there you will find the turbidity. Turbidity means some dirty appearance or milkiness appearance comes. Tertiary alcohol, you can't say tertiary alcohol, but tertiary alcohol will combine with acid and forming tertiary halides. As soon as tertiary halides is formed, it immediately forms turbidity. That means the reaction gets completed very fast. That shows that tertiary alcohol reacts with this very fastly, but primary alcohol takes time and also needs some temperature. But secondary alcohols undergoes or forms turbidity. Not alcohol, you can say the formation of alkyl halides in the secondary alcohol takes place at room temperature, but little time, by taking little time. Now next reaction that we have to see here is, in order to understand the same cleavage of carbon oxygen bond, here you can see another reaction is reaction with phosphorus trichloride. Phosphorus trichloride, when reacts with alcohol, it will form phosphorus acid, H3PO3. How it is forming? You can see H3, 3 mole atoms of hydrogen from alcohol, phosphorus is there, and 3 atoms of oxygen from alcohol. They combine together, so you can see the bond between the oxygen and carbon, that is the alkyl group present, gets broken up from here, and this R combines with the chlorine and forms alkyl halides. This is the second reaction to show the breaking of bond between carbon and oxygen. Now next reaction is very important reaction, is a dehydration reaction. As you know, children, what is dehydration? From the word itself, it indicates removal of water. Removal of water means dehydration. This dehydration reaction takes place with the help of, very strongly with the help of sulfuric acid, concentrated sulfuric acid, and also with phosphoric acid also it takes place. That you will see where phosphoric acid is used. In this reaction, some catalyst is also used to increase the speed of reaction, alumina and anhydrous chloride. These two catalysts is used during the course of reaction. Here I will show the three reactions. First with the primary alcohol. This is primary alcohol CH3 CH2OH. This is primary alcohol, that is 1 degree. This when reacts with acid, this generally reacts with sulfuric acid at high temperature. Reaction of this takes place at a high temperature. When sulfuric acid reacts with alcohol, this water, hydrogen of this and OH of the alcohol group gets attached. One thing you have to keep it in mind, in order to remove the water, carbon carrying OH group, it gives its OH, but hydrogen is taken from the another carbon which is attached to it, that is the beta carbon. This carbon is considered as alpha, another carbon is considered as beta. Always the hydrogen from the beta carbon is taken and then water is formed, that has been removed. This type of reaction you have studied in haloalkanes also, where you have studied under the name of dehydrohalogenation. Instead of OH, there you have removing X, that is halogen. So here dehydration is only taking place, no halogen is there. So this is the, and thus it results in formation of alkene. You will get the final product as alkene and water is removed. This is the second degree reaction, that is the secondary alcohol. CH3 C CH3 to the second carbon. So you can see 1, 2, 3. To the second carbon, OH group is attached. This second group carbon OH combines with the hydrogen and water is been removed. Now what is left behind we'll see. This secondary alcohol does not need sulfuric acid. It can react with the phosphoric acid under low temperature. You can compare the temperature also. Under low temperature, and then the removal of water can take place, resulting in the formation of some alkene. CH3, C, OH and H has been removed. This bond has been broken. Carbon-oxygen bond has been broken from here, you can see, and thus forming the double bond, that is the alkene. Similarly, you can see the tertiary alcohol. Tertiary alcohol CH3, CH3, CH3. Three alkyl group is attached to the carbon having OH group. Here also OH group and H from one of the carbon, which acts as a beta carbon, is removed using the phosphoric acid at a lower concentration, and temperature is also reduced. So this tertiary alcohol gets converted to alkene at a lower temperature or more easily as compared to primary alcohols. Then
start.
Yes, now in this we are going to study mechanism of dehydration reaction. Up till now you have understood what is dehydration reaction, that is removal of water. Now how that has taken place, all this reaction which you have studied, the mechanism we will study now. First step for this mechanism is formation of protonated alcohol. Protonated alcohol means alcohol having one proton extra on it, that is known as protonated alcohol. So this is the alcohol. Now OH is group. If it when reacts with acid, a pair of electron is oxygen give its pair of electron to this hydrogen, and this hydrogen gets attached to it. You can see the alcohol, this OH of the alcoholic group is also having one more hydrogen attached to it. As this oxygen has given one electron, pair of electron, it has developed a positive charge. So this compound which is formed is known as protonated alcohol. This compound is highly unstable, and this reaction is a reversible reaction and very fast reaction that takes place within no time. Now the second step that involves is the formation of carbocation. As I said, this protonated alcohol is highly unstable, so it will not remain in this state for a long. So what will happen? There will be breaking of bond between carbon and oxygen. This carbon-oxygen bond breaks, and this bond, this pair of electron goes towards this oxygen. Oxygen takes this pair of electron. As this carbon is given this electron, so carbon develops a positive charge, and oxygen is taking this electron and forms water. So in this you can see the same thing which I have told here. Here you can see the reaction. In this bond between carbon and oxygen is breaking. It is going to this side and thereby forming a carbocation. This second step is the formation of carbocation. This is carbocation. Once again, you should know what is carbocation. Any carbon carrying positive charge on it is known as carbocation. This reaction is also reversible reaction, but slow reaction. Slow reaction means this second stage, the second step of the mechanism is the rate determining step. That in this reaction only the rate can be determined, whether the reaction is taking place or not, and to what extent. Now the third step is the formation of ethene, the final product formation. This carbocation again is in want of electron. It is also an unstable state. So this, what happens to this, it try to come to the stable state. The carbon hydrogen bond of the second carbon, that is a beta carbon, breaks. It gives the electron to this between to this carbon to satisfy the O, that is positive charge present on the carbon. So thereby forming a ethene, and this hydrogen gets liberated. Once this hydrogen ion which is liberated here is again used up in the first step. So in this way the mechanism of dehydration reaction takes place. Now next reaction which we have to study is oxidation reaction. Now oxidation reaction, you see, oxidation. The word oxidation you have studied from the earlier classes. Oxidation means addition of oxygen or removal of hydrogen. Here we will study removal of hydrogen. How it takes place, see children. Carbon and oxygen bond, here oxidation takes place by breaking of bond between carbon and hydrogen. This bond also breaks and this bond also breaks, and resulting in the formation of double bond, between carbon and oxygen. This formation results due to the oxidation reaction. Now how it takes place between different types of reaction using different oxidizing agents. Alcohol, when is treated with mild oxidizing agent, that is chromium oxide, which is also known as Collins reagent. This Collins reagent, the formula is CrO3.2C5H5N. This is the formula for this Collins reagent. This reagent is a mild oxidizing agent, and when it oxidizes, this reagent is added, this hydrogen gets removed. Or you can say, very well, you can say the hydrogen that we have discussed here. Instead of this, we can say in this way also, the bond, that means two bond here. One bond, this will broke, and the other one, this will be also broken. So these two hydrogen bond gets broken up, and resulting in the formation of CH3CHO, that is aldehyde is formed. Here aldehyde group, you know the carbonyl group is present. You can write this aldehyde in this way. Hydrogen is there, C double bond. As we have discussed, carbon double bond will be formed in the product. You can see the second reaction. Another oxidizing agent PCC is added. Alcohol is treated with PCC. PCC is the full form is pyridinium chlorochromate. This pyridinium chlorochromate formula is CrO3.C5H5N.HCl. This is the formula for PCC. Here also the same thing happens. Bond between oxygen and hydrogen breaks, and one bond between carbon and hydrogen breaks, thereby resulting in the formation of aldehyde. With the liberation of hydrogen, indicates oxidation reaction has taken place. Third, another reagent that you can use is a strong oxidizing agent, that is KMNO4, which is a very strong oxidizing agent. In this, when the strong oxidizing agent is added, the reaction does not stop up till aldehyde. It continues till it forms acid. Alcohol on oxidation changes to aldehyde. Aldehyde on oxidation, that means taking one oxygen from this oxidizing agent which is giving, and resulting in the formation of acid. Acetic acid is formed. Secondary alcohol, CH3CH, the second carbon OH group is added. Secondary alcohol, when it undergoes oxidation with a mild oxidizing agent, it does not form aldehyde but it forms ketone. With secondary, you will get the result as ketone. This is secondary alcohol, and all this is primary alcohol. Now next we'll see that tertiary alcohol. When tertiary alcohol reacts with a very strong oxidizing agent at a very high temperature, you will found that carbon and oxygen bond or carbon hydrogen bond, formation of C double bond does not take place as it was taking earlier, but instead of this, carbon bond breaks. Some carbon bond breaks, and thereby it forms lower acidic groups. Two or more acidic groups are formed which are of lower carbon atoms. Further, one more reaction that is taking place here, you can see, I can show you the reaction with when alcohol, primary, secondary and tertiary alcohol that reacts with copper and at a particular temperature. That is when primary alcohol CH3, CH2OH, it reacts with copper at 573 Kelvin. It again forms a primary, that is it will form aldehyde. Okay, primary alcohol will give aldehyde group. Secondary alcohol, this is the secondary alcohol. This secondary alcohol, when treated with the same substance at same temperature, you will find that it will take out this hydrogen from here and forms ketone. But one change takes place with the tertiary alcohol. When you will see the reaction taking place with tertiary alcohol, same arrangement. In this you will see, in these two, both the reaction, you will see the hydrogen has been removed. Both the case, hydrogen has been removed. That means each way dehydrogenation reaction was taking place. But in the third, it does not take place dehydrogenation. Instead of it, there takes dehydration. Water molecule gets removed and thereby it forms an alkene. In this OH and H is removed, so double bond CH2 is formed. Here water has been removed and alkene is formed. So you can see here also primary alcohol, secondary alcohol and tertiary alcohol. Primary gives aldehyde with the same condition. You can see the condition in all the three reactions is same. Secondary gives ketone and tertiary gives alkene with the removal of water molecule.